You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help.
I'm listening,
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his... It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. The Norts are like a family, I think an external view is required. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow...
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have...
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts, you've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep...
I agree. Where can I find
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency.
I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships.
We'd like to know about this woman's origin.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions. And our old archive...
Is there no one on Tier 3D who can...
Very well.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not...
Thank you for your...
Ssd?
Yes, Admiral?
Don't get too caught up in the past.
Whether or not... Let us thank the enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
It is indeed a stroke of luck. I hope he remembers my mother.
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
Hello there. My name...
I am Captain Lissandro. Please, I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Well, what can I do for you?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You're the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Norts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Norts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her... well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
Do you need a little gold to jog your memory?
You're quite the merchant, aren't you? But since you're asking so nicely, I do actually need a new sail.
Here's your gold, Captain.
Perfect. My old boat thanks you. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the... Here it is. I found my old logbook. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. Ssd was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Come closer! Come closer! All my wares are in the vanguard of progress.
To what do I...
I recently found out.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now?
Indeed. She was captured before my...
She was called Arelwyn.
Of course. Everyone here...
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then, but I remember the village Donegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Relwyn was a renowned healer across all of Tirfradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my...
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She doesn't speak much to me.
Thank you, Ula.
Anything else?
Nothing.
What do you think of the chief of your village?
He seems quite friendly, compared to the others we've run into.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And do you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment. My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others. There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants of the village if they know where to find them.
The islanders protect their Donegad. I don't know if they'll speak to some Renaigse.
Don't forget, you are one of them after all.
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help,
Actually, yes.
Oh,
Ulan told me that she...
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But anyway, if you want... I am not sure if she is there right now.
I am extremely...
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals. May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! How do you feel, madam?
Well, thank you for stepping in. Usually these animals...
We are glad we arrived at the right time.
Excuse me, but I...
Yes,
Yes, we were. If you would...
very well.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe...
My mother... Or better...
Relwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. Desai.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, and divorced Tiersay.
She wanted me to help her die. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been so I watched her suffer.
Petrus... I cannot hold it again.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
Everyone loved Relwyn. What's more, you brought me her. All is well now. The child of Tierfradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Duktaram. Welcome.
Petrus... I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about...
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative and you lied to everyone, including... But, thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than... At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. I hope the enlightened will remember this when I... My dear child, what...
I will see you later.
Take care, my...
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything?
I must leave you.
My dear child,
I will see you later.
take care.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem.
I see. I would be...
The Admiral told me that you were the new
The
captain.
Seahorse? Yes. It's an excellent ship and a good crew. But you did the crossing. You know it as well. Did you want to know anything?
You told the Admiral that you suspect one of...
Indeed. The young apprentice sailor, Alba. She only joined us a short. Did you want to know?
That'll be all, Captain.
What brings you?
The Admiral...
I see.
What led you to these suspicions?
The girl's behavior. She was very eager and then, suddenly, she became nervous. She isolated herself and did not speak to others. She's a recent recruit, which inevitably raised... Sometimes I saw her hanging around my cabin. My papers were often disturbed. And since we've returned to port, she's almost never on board. Well, you can understand my concern. But you should probably talk to the other members of the crew. Did you want to know anything else?
Do you know what information she may have sent?
I don't know exactly what you know.
Let's say that magic does not have much to do with it.
I see. Well, of course she knows that too. And by searching through my papers, she could get even more sensitive. Did you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do?
How have things been?
Very good. I do miss my parents. My real family is on the waves. Anything else?
What have you been up to?
I'm still just a cabin boy since our captain changed. Anything else?
I would like you to tell me anything you can.
She joined our party recently. You know, she is one of those rare knots that joined of her own volition, and she did everything she could to become one of our own. She suddenly became distraught and frightened.
Do you know where I could find her? I'd like to ask her...
No, I've not seen her for a while. Anything else?
I'm afraid I need to be...
Hey, happy to see you again.
Good, thank you.
Then straight to it.
How have things been?
In the beginning, it was kind of strange. I didn't understand why the Admiral grounded. And since Captain Rubin took the helm, but then I'm not going to complain. We go from port. Anything else?
Do you like it, Auntie?
It's not as nice as our isle, but it's here at least we can breathe. And you know, the tap. Anything else?
I'm looking for a...
I know her. She joined our crew at the same time. Did you try the... Don't give me that look there. I've kept... No matter. It might be that little Alba went there to take a look. Anything else?
I need to go.
Smooth sailing.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything?
I don't know her very well, but she pulls her weight. You can't hold that against her. You might say. That being said...
Would you know where I could find her?
No. Well, I hope she didn't do something stupid. These committed volunteers. Anything else?
What have you been up to?
Nothing worthy of writing home about. I prefer the hike. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Farewell, then.
I'm afraid these little secrets have not helped us a great deal. This Alba had just enlisted. She was happy, then changed her attitude. But is she a spy?
We were told that she was sometimes at the tavern. We should take a look there.
sergeant's here for a day.
Come and see!
Blades, armor, locks. Oh. Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
Bertie, do you want to see the... You will all... Bert, do you want to...
How is business?
No. Since you gave me this piece of bark, and the people of this village, our chief Ulan is very happy. You will always be welcome here. Oh, it's you, Onunawi. Come and see.
This time, you are going too far.
Start fighting.
I will not let you say what...
Come on, gentlemen.
Hey!
Who are you?
That's true! You want us?
My child, I doubt that your job as legate involves managing...
You'd better get out of here. Unless you want to...
Ooh!
On guard, sir!
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about you.
And he sends you? I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see... I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in use. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my...
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope to...
This is all rather suspicious.
What can I pour for you?
I'm looking for a young Naut.
I wouldn't know that. Why don't you go and ask that fellow over there? He might remember you. Anything else?
Give me a bottle of your best.
There you go.
Hey, look at that!
Change your tone, soldier.
Oh, how may I help you?
We're looking for a young Naut. She's part of Captain Reuben's crew.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. A girl who loses her pay with style. But I don't know where she is. She looked sad last time I saw her.
Have you ever heard her talk about secrets or documents she'd like to exchange?
Are you asking me if she's a spy? No idea, she told me. But if that's why you're looking for her, I'm often mistaken for a drunkard, so they pay no attention to me.
Tell me what you saw. This should quench your thirst.
Well, returning late at night, I spotted a guy I'd seen before at the tavern. And he was in the street, fiddling with a stone, looking so. I took a closer look when he left. I thought he'd stashed money or something, but no. There was a box under the stone, but there was no gold. They were messages, and from the look of the guy, they couldn't be loved. Now, I don't know how to read, so I couldn't understand what it was about, but...
Where is this hiding place?
Cross the bridge at the exit of the town. On the left. Look.
Thank you, soldier.
My pledge. Do you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, soldier. Thank you.
Customs officer
Ssd. I have been told of some issues with...
I'm listening.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the town...
We seize cargo sometimes to verify that all...
Randomly. Without...
No,
I suppose all entries are noted in your...
naturally. But I assure you that we only...
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest. But...
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along... You are either the worst customs officer I've met...
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. In fact, it was late and, counting the... In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm...
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. So I think it is necessary to conduct... I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative.
So, were you sat...
I haven't finished.
So, we...
Listen, it's since I'm compassionate,
It's a nice sum that could free, but I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to...
Egon.
Yes, madam. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares...
Could you help me?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. Maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged...
Do you think he will come in
I don't know. This is the first time I've received... I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeepers...
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business. This stone must be the one the soldier told us about.
Someone exchanges secrets using this box.
Well then, we'll have...
Oh, I'm a little old for it.
We can see everything from here. If some...
Shall we wait here? Someone is approaching. Maybe our spy.
This guy is only an underling. We should follow him.
Well, gentlemen, what are you plotting?
Fool! They followed us!
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, so I suggest you talk.
You're wasting your time.
Do you realize that you were suspected of espionage and conspiracy? Don't you think you'd better explain yourself?
Wait! I don't want to end up in jail. It's not about the secrets of the congregation. Some time ago, it was rumored that the secrets of the Naughts were for sale. My country was interested. So I started exchanging messages as you've been doing. The Naught who was willing to give up these secrets demanded a fortune. He also wanted to become a citizen. But we were only at the negotiation stage. For the moment, I have received nothing concrete.
Who is the Naught you're talking to?
I've no idea. The messages were signed White Rose.
Very well. And give me the message in your possession before...
Very well. Now, if you'll allow me.
Ah, there you are.
Yes.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to...
Perfect.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to...
Be confident.
You should get in position.
My friend! I'm so glad...
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well.
Silence, fool! Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dear. You no longer love your children, Alric.
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loves someone smarter. Get rid of him. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Shut up. Nobody's gonna come and save you anyway. Your magic is running out.
For pity's sake, spare! I swear I didn't. Do everything you want. I owe you my life, Your Excellency. I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's exactly...
He said he was going... I could... I'm not...
Well...
My friend! But you know...
No, I didn't.
It's just so much for me.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
But you know...
I didn't.
It's just so much for me.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
The assassin! Shut up! Nobody's gonna come and save you.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help!
My friend... But you know...
I didn't.
It's a shame. Someone smart. That's for me.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
I swear I didn't betray you.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help.
Our man escaped us. Maybe there's still time to save Alric.
My friend... But you know... It's a shame. So much for me.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
My friend. But you know,
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
The assassin! Shut up.
Our man escaped us.
My friend.
But you know,
I didn't.
It's a shame. Someone smart. That's for me.
we're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
The assassin!
My friend.
But you know,
Someone smashed for me.
we're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
I don't want to die.
I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name. I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
He said he was going back to Hikmet. I'm sorry. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection... The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town.
A dispensary? But what are they...
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll know that.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Alric managed to loosen his tongue.
Ah, Your Excellency.
There is indeed a spy among the Nords. But the spy's identity... I recovered this note, which seems to suggest that the Alliance citizen we met did not win the bid.
I knew it. My logbook has just been stolen. And of course, Alba is missing. Do we really still...
This book must be found at all costs. Your Excellency, can we...
I would like to help you, but...
Alba is from Thélème. She probably took...
This reduces the search area a little.
This is a trail that deserves to be followed.
Come closer. Oh,
Your Excellency.
it!
These islanders are
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering.
Oh, yeah.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! May the shadow bring out our enemies!
You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
My child,
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that is named, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. The gallows awaits you, unless you decide to reveal...
I won't say a word. I won't give you any...
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Take to the others!
May your shadow bring out our enemies! Your magic is running out! Take a potion!
Move away! Things are about to...
Your magic is running out! Take a potion! protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested?
Yes. And we began to... The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved...
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in...
Which doesn't mean that he will... Is there any news on Egon? We are no longer certain it's even...
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. We're waiting for answers on that. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to This will not only hurt the guard. We need some...
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral.
The best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor, locks, casting meat. Are your boots true?
De Sarde, What can I do?
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by the... I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident, and the Guards taken on board.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such...
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men. We will not deal with the Guard until Manfred cleans. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will...
I will tell him, Admiral. And know that I am fully aware of the problems that cause... Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to...
Thank you, Your Excellency. Anything else?
I need to be going. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she's putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
If only I could get my hands on the bunch of idiots who did such a stupid thing.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Death to the others!
Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Protect me in this battle! Take a potion! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about...
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
A camp here? In the open wind? It was definitely set up by scholars.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Magic is the miracle of the enlightened. This bears resemblance with the sorcery of the natives.
Not surprising, but not enough to help us locate precisely where the scholars are now.
I agree. This is the consequence of the tragic and disgusting practices of the Bridge. Every native in their territory has revolted. We cannot know which particular clan is guilty.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it. A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. From the looks of him, I would say he's been... This isn't the woman whose journal we found.
This man was unarmed. It is not honor that motivates them.
I'll search the body. We might find... Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
Isolated. Discreet. Perfect visibility. Great choice.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition. A certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
A woman with sharp eyes.
We must follow the tracks of the attack.
She may be part of the Alliance, but according to what she wrote, her attackers must have come from the...
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp. Let's get closer.
Renaise!
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel...
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the Lion Sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around.
There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Ssd. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh?
Kurt. Simply Kurt. I protect our excellency's back. And if one of your violent fits overcomes you, rescue party or not, I will kill you.
This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars shout, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are, oh, so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin. I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.